How yous doing?
I am well, sir. Thank you for asking. The captain sent lunch. He always thinks I want a picnic basket. I don't know why.
So how you liking the ship? I tell you, they're really liking you down there in receivables.
I don't enjoy the work. I'd rather be in forecasting, but I enjoy the company. I like the crew.
So they say you've been doing this a while, huh? Serving on these ships?
17 years this November.
Jeez, you look like a kid.
Yes, my people are cute like teddy bears, but we're fierce warriors. Now, I've read that ligers can inherit a tiger's solitary hunter instinct, as well as a lion's need for social structure, so we're alike in that way.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Thanksgiving at my house, forget about it. It sucks. Like, you want to make them all happy as long as you don't have to talk to them all, am I right? In fact, okay, don't let it get around, but the only reason I joined was because my ma resigned from this ship. So I joined the crew and she resigned.
That is exactly what I mean.
Good morning, everyone. Is the captain here yet?
He says he'll be along
He's
shortly.
probably still sleeping. So how are ya? How are things down in engineering?
Very good.
Huh?
Very good.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So it's going good, huh?
Yes.
I am Captain Kenneth Miller Adams, Star Trooper of the Federated Union.
So what should I call you?
I have no name. When I reach the age of inclusion, I will engage in ritual combat where my name and my mate will be chosen.
Your mate? Well, they gotta have a name to scream out, right?
It's a very complex ritual, but yes, that's the hope. My people are not given names. We must earn our names.
I'm not gonna remember One-Eyed Robot Spider. I'm just gonna call you Brad. You look like a Brad to me.
That is incredibly insensitive to thousands of years of my culture. But okay, Brad, I like that. Brad.
Captain's Log, Stardate 007. I've received the Clown Award from the Clown Queen, and things seem to have settled down on Bezonia for the time being. But a new controversy was brewing, thanks to an archaeological find that's disturbed a lot of folks. Now, when the clowns have settled Bezonia hundreds of years ago, they encountered bear-like creatures who lived simple lives, not much caring about history or planning for the future. The clowns taught the bears how to do their accounting, and also that they were earth bears that just learned how to talk over the course of a couple of hundred years. It was a dumb and obvious lie that they just taught for generations. Now, there was a new archaeological find on Bezonia that sparked some controversy. It proved to even the oldest skeptics that not only were there bear creatures on Bezonia hundreds of years ago, but there were deers, monkeys, and yes, even large cats. The controversy arose because of a growing sentiment that clown textbooks should be altered to tell the truth, and that circus bears from Earth did not super evolve into accountants over the course of a few hundred years. Now, there's a lot of pushback just about the textbooks, and that's where I came in. I was surprised to find that there was to be a formal inquiry. I was more surprised to find that the inquiry was being conducted by my old crewmate and friend, Commander Bunny. Well, hey there, Commander Bunny. Nice to see you again.
Thank you, sir. No hard feelings about the last time I saw you.
Oh, it's all forgotten.
That's a relief.
No, I mean, I was really hungover that morning, but if I remember something, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
It's about time.
My apologies, Your Highness. I've called this inquiry not as a Star Trooper of the Federated Union, but as co-vice Undersecretary Chairman of the Anti-Science Defamation Coalition Society Foundation. To remove any scientific reference to evolution in any textbook, as you know, is a very important issue to our organization.
Court is now in session.
Well, former First Officer Captain Bunny was from a former Earth colony where people wore rabbit ears because they believed that they evolved from rabbits. As far as anyone knows, they really didn't evolve from rabbits. They just wear the rabbit ears and they believe they evolved from rabbits. So everybody just kind of plays along because what do we care, right?
Thank you, Your Honor. If you'll allow me to read a brief opening statement. We believe that it's ridiculous that anyone even doubt for one possible second that life did not originate the exact way that we are currently teaching it, and that any manner of teaching otherwise is nonsense and shouldn't even be considered. Thank you!
Order. Thank you, Your Honor. Commander Bunny, may I ask, sir, what is on your head there?
My bunny ears, sir. And I wear them proudly to honor my bunny ancestors.
Isn't it true, sir, that your planet is nothing but an old hippie cult?
Our colony began as a self-sustaining biosphere funded by a private corporation, sir.
A private corporation run by the Sunshine Bunny Ranch, and nothing but an old hippie cult. You don't know anything about these bears or what they're being taught, do you? You're only here just because of your religious devotion to the theory of evolution. Isn't that true, sir?
Evolution is science, jerk. You can't argue with science. That's what science means.
I'll rest my case, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I move that this clown is a jerk.
I second that, Your Honor.
Captain,
I have one more witness to call, Your Honor.
Well, we're going to break for lunch, and then I want to hear from this little cutie over here. Her name is actually Dolly Bear, sir.
Would you like some bird's nest, sir?
No.
Damn it! They always get it wrong at the drive-thru.
I don't mind telling you this is a mess, Dolly Bear. There's traditionalists that want to keep teaching what they know is a lie, and the bears don't even seem to care what's being taught. What is the real history of your people before the clowns came?
Before the clowns came, the only history we ever taught was about particularly bad winters, sir. Or tornadoes. Once there was a tornado of fire on the plains of
Got it. Well, what about big events like wars?
There were no wars.
Well, how did you settle your differences?
There's stories of bears fighting each other, but it didn't happen often back then.
Well, what happened when, say, one group of bears had something that the other ones wanted?
Well, we shared what we had.
Well, what if there wasn't enough, like, say, food?
Before the clowns came, there was always enough. The clowns taught us to want more than we needed.
Well, wait a minute. Then why do you guys say that you're warriors?
Warriors, that's a clown word, sir. My people have no word that even means war. We have 17 different ways to say family and 1,000 words that mean love, but we don't have a word for war.
All that sounds really unlikely.
Captain, that's what the archaeological find was, where you were supposed to be taking notes the other day. The record goes all the way back to the Flintstonistic age, and there's not a trace of a single weapon. There's tools and implements, there's false teeth and radios, but there's not a single weapon. Now everyone knows that already. The stories about bears learning to talk, that's crazy. It's a story like Santa Claus that we repeated because we just didn't really care. But after generations of being told that we're warriors, there's no record of any weapon. This is the truth that the clowns don't want getting out, sir.
Alright, I'm going to explain what's going on, and I need some ideas. Now, the clowns came to Bazonia hundreds of years ago. They had nothing. Now, within a generation, they had thousands of talking bears doing their counting. They told everybody it was the bears they brought with them, but of course, that was just obviously not true.
So they changed the story. So what? They're clowns, am I right? No offense there, Eduardo.
Offense!
Now, the Federated Union doesn't allow people to settle where there's already natives there.
Sir, the clowns settled Bazonia long before the Union of Planets was formed. Those rules would not have applied to the clowns then, and they wouldn't now either.
And they didn't displace us, sir. They were good neighbors. They gave us jobs and opportunities.
Dolly, the Federated Union has studied and cataloged hundreds of cultures. We've never encountered an innocent, a people who didn't know what war was. That's a culture that needs to be studied.
You could study a bird, sir, but that doesn't mean you could fly. Yes, it would. You would study the bird's abilities in order to mimic them. It's a process. That's why we're out in space in the first place. But we can't do that now. The bears don't have a written history, and they've already been thoroughly corrupted by the clowns.
I wouldn't say thoroughly, but none of this matters to us, sir. Bears don't even measure time in months or years, but in hours and moments and seasons. It's why we have no history and why we don't plan much beyond the next winter.
Is that why when you first met me you said what you did?
Go on, you were telling me about your neck. It was fascinating. I can listen to you all day, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a StarTrooper of the Federated Union, and I was doing my duty in that moment. How is your neck, by the way, sir?
Well, you know, the other day I...
Captain, incoming communication from Admiral Dumas. Again, Captain, it's Admiral Dumas. What's up, Kenneth?
What's up, Colleen?
Pack your shit and get out. Take Captain Carrot with you.
His name is Commander Bunny.
He's your problem now, hotshot. What you've learned here is A1 sauce classified material.
Wait, the steak sauce?
You are not to repeat it to anyone.
Oh, come on, this is bullshit.
Ask yourself, Kenneth, who stands to gain if this gets out? Anything that seems controversial down there will just divide the clowns more, and then that'll give more power to the moderates. No one knows better than you how crazy the moderates are. This is a powder keg, Kenneth. You need to stand down. Admiral Dumas out.
And now I'm having a deep and contemplative moment in the dark to show how tortured and complicated I am. What would a good captain do? What should I do? What would I do if I was a good captain? Hello, Captain. I seem to be the one you're looking for. You may call me the Ringmaster. Oh, the Ringmaster. All right, so why am I looking for you?
You have questions, Captain. Why are the clowns so divided? And why are the so-called moderates gaining power? Why don't the bears care that the clowns tell lies about their history? But you're not even asking the biggest question of all. What happened to the monkey people and the deer people who lived here along with the bears?
Yeah, I got a lot of questions. But first, who are you?
The Ringmaster is born once a generation, and we pull all the strings, Captain. We pit the clowns against one another. We corrupted the bears, and one day I will have a son to carry on.
But you don't have a son now.
Well, first I have to meet someone, you know, it's not easy.
Huh. Well, what do you know about that?
That
He
was so
could have told
stupid,
us
Captain.
everything.
What the hell were you thinking?
Seriously, dude.
Big, giant monster.